let me know.
It's Tennessee, we always have to be up on game and always have to know what's going on. So for me, just to see kind of the treatment towards each other, you know, and pay attention and really know what's going on. It's something to deal with. You know, you can't break the fourth wall. You can't do any of that. But I'm very real and authentic, I would like to say, and give myself that credit. So everything that I was feeling was true.
Right.
So that's what that was for me. I just wanted to be quiet. I wanted to pay attention. If you're talking, you can't hear.
Right. Well, that's a good
So-
point. I mean, it was kind of heartbreaking to know that Porsha is the one who sort of introduced you to the group, and then now she is, you feel, plotting against you. At what point did you feel the vibe shift? Like, when did the change happen? When did you figure out that she didn't have your back?
Well, I feel like even coming in, and that's who she is. And that's why I was already skeptical about even walking in, period.
Oh.
And, you know, I know we have people that are brought into the show, this and that, but I was going to be on the show without you. That wasn't about, you know, that wasn't about you. You know, however we bring someone in, I actually wanted to be brought in by Angela, you know, because we had started to form a relationship and I wanted to be brought in by Angela.
I feel like when K Michelle said I'm gonna be on the show with or without you type energy, it kind of makes me think of when Porsha said, you know, I wanted to be a big sister to her for whatever it is that she's trying to do. So when I hear that and I think of that, it's like, well, how much responsibility was, like, I mean, did Porsha say anything about her being the reason that you're on the show or something like that? Because she was trying to play big sister. So is that what you're talking about? And Kayla, I'm gonna be on there with or without your ass. Like, it's also kind of giving, like, you think you a big dog, but I'm a bigger dog. Am I the only person that think that? That's kind of what it seems like to me. You think you a big dog, but I'm a bigger dog. How about that? Especially with all of the things that I have accomplished up until this point. Yeah. Okay.
So, you know, when I was told, you know, Porsha, because we did the movie and we, you know, go girl, we support each other on pictures and things like that. I was like, okay, you know, and I'm going to go in with an open mind and I'm going to watch for myself the behavior. And the behavior is as I thought, it's a behavior of being very well PR'd up, knowing how to talk at this point, and basically, you know, sit there and smile and deal with that, but also knowing what you're doing and thinking you're the producer.
You felt like she was trying to produce this
Yeah,
season.
I can never be produced.
Oh,
You will never yo-yo me.
she was trying to produce you.
You're never going to produce me.
Okay.
And I just feel like I didn't come in like people expected. And once I didn't go or pick this group or do this, then it was like, oh, you didn't fall in line.
Because that's what, didn't she recently said that you picked the wrong team?
I'm a grown woman.
Yeah.
I don't need a team. And on a TV show, you're not even supposed to have teams.
Yeah, because that's what
I'm grown. Have I ever in life and being in front of the world, have I?
Baby, this reunion, this better be one good reunion. You hear me? This better, and Kay, don't hold back like you did at that table, just a little piece, okay? This gonna be a good old reunion, honey. Child. Let's keep going.
Have I ever been a woman you don't even see me hang with women. Have I ever been the type of woman that's gonna need a team or go pick a team? If you say left, I'm probably going right just because I'm rebellious. You get so that's what that was like, and I feel like there was disappointment in.
I think it was disappointment, and they needed somebody to blame instead of blaming K Michelle for her own decisions. You know, people feel like Shamia and Kelly really had a hand in this, and you know what? We are not complete with the season, so y'all could very well be right about something, right? But for me, I'm just like, I don't think so. I think based on certain actions, because also what it sounds like to me in my personal, and I do like Kay. I do not have I ain't picking no side really, but I will say that it seemed like Kay already had a disdain for Porsha ass when she was coming into the show. Just a little piece. I don't know what that's about, but that's what it seems like to me. Coupled with how Porsha showed up, like, damn, so you'll bring up some SHI, what you know about Kelly, in front of somebody else, bitch. Shit, what you learn about me, you're gonna bring that up in front of me too. Oh, now you bringing the miscarriage thing. I feel like Kimberly started to see things on her own with Porsha, and that's what made her not be as close to her because of what she experienced on her own. Whether we felt like it was something or whether we felt like it wasn't that big of a deal, they're her feelings. And yeah, I don't think, what I'm saying is I don't believe that Kelly and Shamil pulled her to a particular side. I feel like K. Michelle welcomely went to that side.
The fact that I'm listening and seeing everybody's point of view. And I decide to go on the relationships that feel good to me.
Authentic, yeah.
That are authentic to me.
Yeah.
If I wanted to get in on Clouder, of course, y'all been here. I could have just, just got to know y'all, and it would have, probably looked how people thought or wanted it to look.
Yeah.
But no, I wanted to know everybody. And right is right and wrong is wrong. And I stand for what feels good to my soul.
Right. And do you know what feels good is that you are in the Real Housewives universe. You have been such a fantastic new addition to this franchise.
Thank you.
I want to shout you out for that. I'm going to call it your vagina monologue. That one confessional was just so incredible. And I'm glad you pointed it out because I actually didn't know about all that past drama. And so I, as a viewer of the show, wouldn't have known that maybe Porsha's moment with the oysters was in some way trying to shade you. Do you still believe that she was trying to shade you? You know that.
I know even more than y'all even get to see.
Really?
Like, I'm not a dumb girl. I didn't make it this far from doing TV. I didn't just wake up. It's a new ensemble, but it's the same. This is the same mess.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So that for me was because I wasn't talking and I didn't play and fall in line. We're going to poke the bear. So let me, because I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get these ratings. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna have. She's a great crash out. This is a good time to crash out. We're gonna turn them ratings up. So that's really what that was. I know for a fact that that's what was going on. I knew a lot of other things even before they even knew that I knew. I was sitting there watching and prepared the whole time. I always have my receipts. I am the receipt, and I know exactly what was going on. And no one's going to sit there and make me look like I'm just making this up in my head. And I'm just insecure. I think we all are insecure.
That's what Porsha said. I am the receipt.
In ways in life. That's just part of being a human.
Right.
I'm insecure. I can be insecure just like this and that, but I'm not a dummy.
And how was then living, and I mean, because we watched this past episode of them when you were saying, like, I know people are acting against me, and then being like, who? What?
That's annoying. I can do, KK take like drama. I can do a little jokey joke all day long. We can joke. You can shade me. I'm for a good shade. Like me and Angela, we say to each other, all right, it's time.
I'm sorry. I know y'all don't like it, but I do kind of. I'm in the middle. Like, I do feel like there was a plot. I do feel like the people was up to something. You know what I'm saying? I want to believe that Porsha did not mess with those oysters and say the things that she said. Right? I want to believe that she didn't mean that by it because Porsha just say stuff. But also, I think we underestimate the fact that Porsha has been on this show for a very long time, and she's great. She's great at what she does. Right? She knows how to. I mean, she just literally sat up there and told a lie on damn old girl. Oh, you wanted my box and all of this. Like, Porsha could just let a lie fly out her mouth with a smile. So it's not far-fetched for her to be taking a shot at Kay as she's messing with those oysters. And now as she's going back talking about the ladies being like, huh? Well, what happened? Who did what? It's because the plot or whatever plan they did have to get her quote unquote activated, it hasn't even played out yet. That's why they like, what the fuck? Like, okay, what you done peeped already? Like, we ain't even really getting to it yet. You ain't snap off about that yet. Like, we really ain't pull you out yet. So just tell us what you talking about. Right? That's what I think. But
time to go at each other. Like, come on, girl, let's go. Like, she FaceTimed me and she was like, so when you go curse me out? I was like, Angela, I don't know.
Maybe on a holiday.
I don't know about cursing you out because you prepared for this.
Right.
But that type of thing. You don't have to get along with your friends. But I still stand in moral values, even in a lighthearted, this is a lighthearted show. I still stand in the value of, if you can't say it to my face, don't say it at all. Because I don't respect being a coward.
Not Kay. That's why you weren't saying it at all when they was asking you, because you couldn't say it in their face. And when Porsha said, like, what? You said, why would I tell you when you know? Not Kay, girl. Is that what you mean? And that's why if you couldn't say it to her face, why you ain't saying it at all? Not girl.
Do you feel you would have a better relationship with them if in that moment when you said, I've heard the people here talking about me, if they were like, okay, hot, sorry, like, and they owned it?
Yeah. I feel like if you had to just yelled it out. Yeah. If you had to just yelled it out, even when we were there at the table, I'm the one said, do you have something you need? Don't you have something you're going to say to me tonight? Don't you have something you're about to say to me?
Right.
You know?
Will we see a more confrontational space between you and Porsha as the season plays out? Do you ever like tell her straight up, like, girl, I have your number, I know what's going on?
I feel like you guys should watch that.
Okay.
I feel like it's a great season, and I feel like you get to see a lot of different points of views when it comes to this.
Right.
But I am almost happy that situation took place, because there's a lot of things you can shade me about. My life is not perfect, but the one main person, and it was not Porsha. When it was the main person, that wasn't even her fight. She was a part of it and knew it was someone else's fight. And you unforgettable when you get kicked out your own fight.
So now we're back to blaming Drew. This will be where you lost me. This will be where you lose me. But I would love to see it play out, though. This is where it wasn't even Porsha. How was it not Porsha? It seemed like it was Nosh. If you're saying Nosh told you certain stuff and then Porsha confirmed that she did talk to the man or whatever, she got time to talk to him, but she couldn't call and talk to you, right? So, like, huh? What was it? Was Drew talking like, that's where she loses me. I'm so sorry. Like, that is where you lose me, girl. Thank you so much, Olga, for the super chat. Oh, this is pretty big up here. Let me make it a little smaller, child. Kay is on a tour to persuade the rest of us to also experience adultery and visual hallucinations. Pack her up. Oh my God. Not pack her up. Well, listen, the people are not feeling Kay. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Is it Jay? Thank you so much for the super chat. Her story changed 10 times. It went from Porsha to Phaedra and Drew. Then she said Phaedra was the leader. Now Drew is the leader. She is not believable. Thank you for the super chat. Listen, I mean, I have to say, Drew is where she loses me. I just refuse to believe. I just need more proof, okay? I just need a fact comes with a receipt. Come on, Kelly. So I need the receipts. Matter of fact, y'all got to let me know what other sayings y'all got out of this season thus far. Right? A fact comes with a receipt. So I'm gonna need a receipt. I could throw a rock and hit 10 people you owe for me. And I'm confused where the food at. Like, y'all gotta drop y'all lines that will likely stick with y'all beyond this season. And I know for sure them is 3. Them is 3 I'm keeping in my wheelhouse.
How you get kicked out your own fight?
Oh my God.
Like,
He was kicked out of the fight.
It's becoming about me and Porsha when you knew about it. Yeah, you was part, but who started it? Who put it together?
Start what? Put what together? And I feel like, Kay, I'm gonna be honest with you. You definitely be watching us reviewers, and I'm not gonna hold you. I really like K Michelle. Please don't take this wrong, but I do feel like you get some of your talking points from us. And also, I think that you're leaning on the fact that, in my personal, and I could be wrong, but in my opinion, here is when you said, when we said Drew was like, Cynthia, watch those oysters, right? I feel like you could be leaning into that, but I don't feel like Drew had nothing to do with that. I think the person that had something to do with it was the person that was sitting next to you, more than likely, right? So yeah, we're gonna see though, because again, I need more. Right now, I'm not being presented with enough. But let's keep going.
Who put it together?
Because she's had minimal interaction with you, and honestly, for me, it's like, what benefit would Drew have to go after you with all that you've accomplished? If anything, Drew would want to become friends with you to learn more about the industry that she may or may not know about from the times that you've been in the industry. Like, why would she want to come up against you like that? Like, it's not making sense for me. I don't see it. I don't care what nobody's talking about. I don't see it. If they don't show me proof on this show, I'm gonna continue to not see it. Okay. But yeah.
Wait, who is it?
Who put you think?
Oh my God.
Who put it
Oh God,
together?
Phaedra or Drew?
Phaedra, Drew? Oh my God.
Because I know you have been.
We know it ain't Phaedra because she talking about Phaedra being one of her best friends.
Knew that
And baby, if K Michelle on this show any longer next season, I wonder how complicated would that get for Porsha to see that Phaedra may, now that she's taken a liking to K Michelle, that she may often side with K Michelle in different disputes. I feel like at some point Porsha and Phaedra would bump heads, and I could be so wrong. But just off of the small confessional when she was like, I mean, I dated somebody like Porsha and I told her. To me, that was co-signing that Porsha should have gave the same respect to K. Michelle. We'll have, and then now y'all like Phaedra's one of my best friends. Okay.
You and Drew have not been seeing eye to eye at all, and especially in interviews and everything like that.
Because she already had it out for me. She already knew her plan for her storyline and what she was going to say and do when it came to me. And that's why I kept saying it's not about music. This is not about no music at all.
Yeah, because her shading your music career was actually crazy.
It's fine. Good. Like, it's like, I mean, I really don't lose any sleep. I've never heard of a Drew Sidora or thought anything.
First of all,
your music career was actually crazy.
Who shaded her music career
at all?
Yeah, because her shading your music career was actually.
When did Drew? And I'm asking genuinely. When did Drew shade her musical career? When she told her to yodel? That's not shade to me. I mean, well, maybe it's shade, but it's not to her musical career. K. Michelle does not have a career in yodeling. She knows how to yodel, yes, but that's not a shot to her career. Unlike K. Michelle telling that damn lady that she's a nobody. She ain't got nothing on her resume, which is easy for her to read. That's a shot. That's shade. Somebody telling you to yodel, I beg to differ.
Really crazy.
It's fine. Like, it's like, I mean, I really don't lose any sleep. I've never heard of a Drew Sidora or thought anything of talent.
No, we can't do that. Pop. We can't do that. Okay? You can't say you never heard of her, but in scene, you quoted TLC. Whether it was a minor role, a huge role, a one-off role, you knew. So don't say you never heard, because you heard something. You heard enough to know that she was following you. Stop playing.
I'm thinking, like when I see that, like I'm in this place. I wouldn't know you.
And also, if Drew was following her, number one, that also debunks Drew. You saying you don't know K. Michelle? Stop it. In this reality world, we all know who the hell K. Michelle is. But also, to me, it does confirm that I think Drew would have wanted to get closer to you, honestly, to like develop a good rapport with you versus trying to put a man on you that she about brought on the damn show just to film with.
I wouldn't put in this place. So it's not that. It's just that every attempt at me to connect yourself in something, because, you've glided through for some years, with really no moments to be gliding through like that.
If I was Drew,
crazy. We can't do that, Kay. The damn lady marriage carried the show when didn't have shit to talk about. Like, let's not. We can't do that now, Kay. Okay? And I just don't like it just doesn't make sense. It's not. I'm gonna have to see more. Because the fire that she's giving to Drew, it's really giving she's an easy target. And I also feel like, in my personal, it's giving Drew's fan base is not the same as Porsha's fan base. Not that K. Michelle may really care, but I feel like they be deranged, okay? To the level of, like Kelly said, y'all, I've been getting some harassing messages, okay? The people acting like the folk from Love Eye over Porsha. Porsha gonna know she gonna know other folks before she know a lot of y'all that's over here harassing people on her behalf. Okay? It's crazy. Never met her, never will meet her. But y'all going crazy over there in these folks' DMs harassing them. Stacked. We grown. Cut that out.
I wouldn't want to be fighting with a girl who's friends with Beyonce.
Well, let me tell you something.
Wait, that was amazing. At the start of the season, we see that Beyonce, she is a fan of K. Michelle. She sent you flowers. She respects what you've been doing in the country space.
I think that's her. I think Beyonce being Beyonce, I think that she's a confident woman, because that is Queen Beyonce. Like, she's confident. And for someone that I respect and value so much.
Do we get to see any of the yodeling or your piano playing this season?
You get to see some stuff. You get to see some music. You get to see, I'm on BBR BMG, and I do I'm the only African American, songs coming up.
Oh, shut up! Really? Is it gonna be a Rashida part 2? Oh my God!
You gotta watch. You gotta watch.
Danny sings that song. All the time.
That's all I got. Okay. Not you telling me to tread lightly on Porsha. Not you did, Miss Angel Love. Girl, I'ma tread how I choose. Y'all know that? Y'all know I'ma tread how I choose to tread. And it's really not gonna tread. If I want to run up, I'm gonna run up. Okay, girl, you know how I do over here. I don't know why y'all be thinking can't nobody be calling Porsha out about stuff. That's crazy. That's not nice. Okay, tell me some damn tread. No, you didn't tell me to tread, bro. Let me tiptoe in my J's. Cause I don't want y'all harassing me in the comment. I mean, in my DMs, child. So you right. You right. Let me tiptoe, girl. You right. Let me not run. I'm a tiptoe, child. I'm a tiptoe. I'm gonna ring the doorbell and run, honey. You know how I do. Did you hear about the ex commented on him being brought up? Did he? He did? You talk about Nosh? Nosh commented on him being brought up? Girl. Are you talking about Nosh? That's crazy. And if it is him, I was wondering how did he feel with him being mentioned on the show, if that's what you're talking about. Cause that's interesting. And they show his picture too. So I'm like, okay, how they feel? Thank you so much, Brittany, for the super chat. I think Kay watched and she went with bias for Drew. I guess. Thank you for the super chat. Tyrant, thank you for the super chat. I'm here today watching. Don't start today. I'm gonna tiptoe. I just told y'all. I'm going to tiptoe, child. Okay? I'm a tiptoe just a little bit. You know, just a little bit, not a whole lot, just a little piece. Okay, look, okay, and we'll ring her doorbell and run. Okay, because she ain't finna get me in no alley. Period. Okay, I will tiptoe and run. But yeah, that's what I want to know. I want to know what he said too. Where did he say this at? I wonder if I could find him. So, like, did he put this up on Twitter or something? Oh, he did an interview. I can find this. Let me see. I wonder. Y'all got to tell me who he did an interview with. Oh, he spoke with Millichun. Oh, I wonder what information she got out. What information did she get out of him? Okay, hold on. I do not see it. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, it's on her. Hold on. Is this it? They shut the live stream down. Was it 20 some minutes ago? Is this the video? Y'all let me know. Is this the one? Let me see
We
what
were
she said.
supposed to get some hot tea from Cocktails with Carly, right? The live was shut down. They said the tea was too hot. And I would have to agree because last night I got a little of this tea on my own. Let's get into it. So y'all know I'm never coming to y'all with no fake stuff. I'm not making nothing up or anything at all. So last night I was like, let me message Nosh because I've had a conversation with him before. I've interviewed him after Queen's Court. So what am I doing? Let me message him. So I messaged him and he messaged me back and I asked him some questions. And I asked him some questions that have been going around on the show because I wanted to know if they were true or not. And then also he gave me a little tea. Let's get into it. So as you can see, I asked him to come on the channel so we can have a conversation because we've had a conversation before. And then I asked him, was the interview posting last night? He said, Millichun, yes, it's been postponed, but it's still going to come through. Child, he pulled the show because he did not. And I asked him, why would you? I said, are you talking about Kay? Are you having a conversation about Kay Michelle? He said, of course.
Pause, y'all, before she even get into anything else. All right, make sure y'all go over there and y'all follow her as I just did over there on the Instagram, Millichun with 2 L's. Let me tell you something. Because Miss Mama went and did her investigative research. Investigative research. Okay. And one thing that he says at the bottom, because I started reading the messages, and this man said he is super shocked to be referred to as an ex. I gotta hear more. Damn y'all, because I was supposed to be getting out of here. It's 1 o'clock. Damn y'all. Let me hurry up and let her do this. Not you saying Porsha being vindicated. She might be. I don't know. We gonna see. Thank you for the super chat. Because a lot of people feel like they didn't date. She didn't choose him. I was wondering if they may have went on to date beyond the show afterwards, right? But he's saying something different. Let's let it play.
But he doesn't want things to come out about Kay. So I was like, why would you do an interview, right?
Oh, he tried.
Because this is what he's upset about right here. I said, hey, Nosh, it's Millichun. Do you have a moment? Come on the show, da-da-da-da. He said he was super shocked to be referred to as an ex. I said, I was shocked too. Because here's the thing. So this is what I found out. You know, they're on Queen's Court. It's a dating show. She was dating him, and towards the end, she was dating him and this white guy, right? So he was like, you know, you can't really date. So he and Kay talked for about 2 months after the show. He said it wasn't anything. They were never exclusive. They never decided that this is what it's going to be. He was like, I said, because the word of the day is ex. He said, yeah, and that's not who I am, right? So he said that there were some things that Kay showed him, and after 2 months of like talking off and on, he said, I was out. He said, I couldn't deal with it.
Girl, this something extra shit here, girl. Ugh. Listen, now, first of all, if y'all talked afterwards, and now believe it or not, people, believe it or not, some folks do feel like when they're in the talking phase, they do consider people their exes. Right? Even though people be like, you know, we ain't put no title on this, you know what I'm saying? So y'all let me know, and maybe it's up for everybody's own interpretation of that. Right? Maybe she saw him as an ex, he didn't see her as one, but clearly it sounded like they had some dealings after the show. Unless I'm mishearing that, okay? Jay says, justice for peace, Jew. Kay Leakey is a liar. Not Kay Leakey is a liar. Thank you so much for the super chat. My God. Let's see. Let's keep going.
Y'all, then I got some other stuff to tell y'all.
What, girl?
Okay. So then I asked, you know, like, well, let me ask you this. Like, let's get down to the brass tacks of it all, right? When did you and Porsha date? Now, he had misspoke down here, right? He said at first it definitely overlapped with Kay. He said, I believe she's just reaching. And he said, and she and Porsha was never friends prior to Real Housewives of Atlanta. But we always knew that they weren't friends. Porsha stated that the other night on the show. She was like, I dated him after you, right? And he said he dated her way after. But then he fixed it. It definitely did not overlap. Okay? I was done with Kay before me and Porsha became.
Pause, y'all see this piece in the corner right here, AJ of Ray J's eyes? This is me right now. Look in the corner of the post, and the big eyeball, that's the eyeball, that's me. Okay, that's how I feel.
Became friends. So then I asked, I was like, what, did it some bang bang go down? He did not say that happened, and he also said he did not communicate that with K. Michelle. He said that's not something we ever talked about. And he is upset that he even mentioned Porsha, because he was like, the only reason he said something was because Kay said Porsha was bringing her onto the show. So he was like, okay, let me not make this odd. Me and Porsha talked. And real talk, that's who's supposed to be letting Kay know. Not so much Porsha. Because Porsha and Kay were not friends.
Well, he did. He did let her know. He did let her know. And I also feel like there's nothing wrong with Porsha letting her know too.
I'm sure she knew her. She and Porsha were never friends prior to our
They worked together. Of course she knew her. They got pictures
They were not
together.
friends. So the person who was linked to K. Michelle is the person who should have mentioned about a relationship. He was the right one.
Well, he did.
That wasn't
That's
Porsha's
what
job.
she said. He did.
You know what I'm saying? That was not her thing to do. So he did what he was supposed to do, and Kay is aware. But I feel like once he did this, Kay used this as her storyline. This is when the change came in. Let's keep going. So this was a real question for me, right? Like, we both agree that Kay likes attention and she likes to be the center of attention, right? He told me about some situations when him and Kay has gone out and how she acted after there was a reaction to him walking in the room, because he's a handsome man, right? So I was like, did you tell Kay that Porsha wanted to go public? And Porsha said, why do I always end up talking to somebody's ex? I said, because that's what she said you told her. He said, again, Delulu, that's
girl.
not how that went. She ran with the story in her head, as we all know. Now, there is more I could say.
It's the head stuff for me. It's the head stuff. Porsha said it's the voices in her head. Okay. Drew said you're telling yourself these things. I'm tired. Look, Kim said it's a bag of pecans and peanuts. And now he's saying she Delulu. Lord, y'all. This is crazy.
Because we had a long messaging conversation and we had a long conversation, right? But I just wanted to clear the stuff up about what was going on with Porsha. And I felt like it was in her head. I felt like that. And I think we all see that Kay likes to be the center of attention. That's why she has aligned herself with the D team over here, because she can't get with the A team. She can't.
Well, I feel like she could. I feel like she definitely could get with the A team. Like, they wanted her over there, but she just ended up bonding with the other team. But I do think that's an interesting take to say that she likes to be in charge. So she decided to link up with the other girls who she's in charge of the girls. So if we go with that narrative of being in charge of the girls on that side, then why would some of y'all then think that Kelly or Shamia putting a battery in K back? K gonna do what she wanna do. Right? Now, the reason I do agree with a little bit of what Millichun is saying is because as we just watched this interview with K Michelle, I even noticed, and I said, don't it give a little bit that you think you a big dog, but I'm a big dog too? If you know what I'm saying. You think you in charge of the girls, but I can be too. Just a little piece. Okay?
See, K Michelle.
I can't pick no side because I feel like everybody could be right. Okay? But this right here with the Nosh, this don't look good. And you talking about this your friend and y'all talk and the man saying that you was doing certain things and within 2 months he had to be out. Is that why you took a shot at him and said that he jumped on your counter with feet? Or is he taking a shot at you now because he heard that? I don't know, because when she said, I was like, why would you take a shot at your friend like that? Talking about the man that jumps on the counter with feet. I don't know, child. I can't be on those. I'm just watching.
Michelle has aligned herself with the B team because she can't get with the A team. You know what I'm saying?
I think she definitely, that's the only thing, she definitely can get with the A team. When you got Angela that's on the A team and Phaedra who bigger than the A team, high key, because she about was there longer than all of them. They're like very close with K Michelle. She could very well be in with the A team. And she don't got no issue with Cynthia. She only got an issue with Porsha and Drew. I think she could very well be over there with the A team for sure. She just choosing not to. And I think the later point that Millichun made, that's a good point. That's a good observation to me like that. I mean, maybe she did slide over there because she want to be in charge of the girls on that side. You got your team, I got my team. What's up? So I mean, it could be
the face of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Kay has only been on 8 episodes, and she trying to come in here like she a big dog, but she got to still stay on the porch.
And I tell
you can't come in the house yet. These 4 ladies are still, for me, not for you, but for me, are still on probation. These are housewives up here. Okay, and Kay cannot exist with these.
Millie. No, Angela is still on probation. do not care what table she's sitting at. I don't care how many people she roasted. She is still on probation. Love her, but she's still on probation. No. She need one more year, maybe. This her second year. When she finished, she'll be off probation.
These women, because these women up here are already the big dogs. So she got to stay down here with the B team so she can be the big dog. Because in this group, she's the big dog. These two are failed restaurateurs. You know what I'm saying? They can't get it together.
Not failed.
Shamia is not a worker. You know what I'm saying? She's not somebody that wants to put forth work. I think Shamia, when she says she just want to get to Chick-fil-A before they stop serving breakfast, I think that's her life, right?
I think that's her life too. But what is so messed up about her saying the failed is because I'm not gonna say K Michelle also had a failed restaurant. But what I'll say is she had a restructuring. I think Kate has been restructuring hers as well. So they're just working through some things, okay? But this was good. All right, this was good. Great perspective, especially opposite of mine. So I thought that was really good. But you all leave your thoughts and comments down below on everything that we got into today. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for liking up the video. Thank you all for the super chats and everything. And I'm out of here. I will catch you guys in the next one because I gotta go. Okay, bye y'all.
Yeah, family over fame in this bitch, yeah. The glory of living righteous is setting in. My street knowledge and education's a perfect blend. Young mogul, independent, I've been setting trends. The first one from my family to be faithfully wed. Fuck niggas and the horses that they riding on. I see this shit from all angles like a polygon. I'm never politicking the drama.